Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Hello, and welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema on this great Wednesday. Well, great for some, not great for all, and especially what's going on right now. I'm not even shocked. I'm kind of like concerned at this point, but we'll speak about the Capitol another time. Try to keep positive vibes, kind of hard to do, but we have to do what we have to do in the world we're living in these days and times. On a positive note, just real quick, I want to let everybody know the Nets Let's Sip and Talk with Freema and Friends community event will be for Easter. We're going to do it, I believe that will be April the 3rd, the Saturday right before Easter Sunday, to pass out baskets to children in our community. So we'll be hitting up different locations on that Saturday, and that will be announced. We'll be there giving out baskets, to the children and moving on to the next location. So we'll be doing that Saturday. Keep that in mind. Donations and help will be needed. So I hope you guys will support to make some little person happy on Easter Sunday. Anywho, we have a special guest on tonight, former NFL, former CFL, and now pro football player in Japan, Joe Mathis III. So let's see what Joe Mathis is about. And again, we do this so we can learn from one another. See that as possible. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine. Thanks for asking. So, Joe, just to start out with, tell us a little about yourself.
I'm Joe Henry Master III. I'm 25. I'm from Ontario, California. I got 3 beautiful children. I'm married.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I played football. I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. I'm
Wow.
25 now, and I played football in high school, and I went to the University of Washington. From the University of Washington, I got when I'm drafted to Houston Texans. At the University of Washington, I had a severe injury that ended my season within 5 games of my senior season. So really, when I went to the NFL, really didn't get like that big of a chance to
Mm,
opportunity to suit up, you know. So
okay.
went from there to the BC Lions for the CFL. From there, you
Okay.
know, still was injured. Then from there, I got another shot with the New Orleans Saints, and you know, it was just a numbers game. You know, so I got a call from uh, Japan and came
Mhm.
out here, and I've been out here since then.
Okay. So I just want to back up a little. So with the injury, and I know that's if it's something tough for you to discuss, we definitely don't have to touch on it. But you made it to the NFL with the injury. Like how did that happen? Because you got injured before being
Yeah,
drafted. Is that right?
yes, ma'am. It was like a freak accident. I was in practice. Oh, that was a bird. I was in practice and okay, watch out. I was in practice and I mean, I'm the type of guy in practice I like to go hard. So
Mhm.
we was coming off of a bye week against Oregon and we just beat them finally for the finally in like 10 years. And I just was going and I took the wrong step and I put too much pressure on my big toe and
Mhm.
I snapped my the ligament that holds my big toe together. So like my bones separated like this.
Ooh.
And
Oh my God.
yeah, so the coaches wanted me to play and they're trying to like convince me like me at 60% is better than people that are 90% in college, which I was like it's not a possibility that could be, you know. So uh I ended up getting surgery and I had the doctor he messed up on my surgery and put 9 screws in my foot.
Ooh. My.
Yes,
Ooh, this.
yeah. So then I went to the NFL Combine, and I got the worst medical grade in NFL Combine history.
Mm. Oh my
And
goodness.
yeah, so from there, I kind of knew what was happening. From there, I went from
Right.
being a top 15 draft pick to undrafted, not even getting drafted.
So when you said the coach, did they still want you to play with that injury?
Shit.
Y'all birds must be
Yeah,
flying low there. Like they be
yeah.
flying.
I'm a move. They out here geeked up. But yeah.
So the coaches
um,
still wanted you to play with your injury. Is that right?
yeah, because teams were scheming against me, so they didn't want to mess up the groove of the defense, which I
Hmm.
understand. You know, it's smart, but it's not smart for my future to keep playing. You
Right.
know, so I made the business decision because at the time I just had my son. He was like
Hmm.
3 months old, and I mean, all I was doing is trying to provide for my son. You know, so.
Right. Absolutely. What did that do for you mentally, if you don't mind? Like, what did that do for you when that happened? How'd you
I'm
stay
sorry.
grounded?
Say again.
How'd you stay what did the injury do for you mentally? How did you maintain? How did you still stay focused?
Okay. Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry. It just
That's
broke up.
okay. How did you with the injury? How did you maintain? How did you continuously stay focused without letting it, put you down?
Seeing my little boy, uh, I mean, my whole life, I mean, I've been trying to grind to make the NFL because my dad, he had the opportunity, but you know, it was a different time and age, and you know, he had kids, and he just stopped playing football. He was supposed to go to UCLA. He went to
Hmm.
UCLA, but then he just stopped because he thought it was the right thing to get a job and provide for the family.
Right.
So my whole life, my dad been pushing me, and so I mean, with that injury, it was like I've been through a lot of adversity in my life, so I didn't think nothing of it, but also I didn't know how serious my injury was.
Right.
I didn't know that, and yeah, I didn't know I was going to end up with arthritis in my foot and all this stuff, you
Mm,
know. So it's but yeah, nah, I stayed focused because I knew I had a job to do. I had
right.
responsibilities to handle. So that's how I stayed focused.
So you focus. How long did that keep you out of the game or from playing football? How long was that recovery process?
It took me a year and some change to be able to run again, sprint.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, because the doctor he lengthened both my calves. So the doctor, his name is Dr. Bernardino. If anybody has a lawyer for me, I have a really good lawsuit for him because he lengthened both my calves, and I didn't know nothing about it.
Hmm.
He took bone spurs out of my ankles, and I didn't know nothing about it. Uh, and he fused my joint together in my foot and put 9 screws in my foot.
Wait a minute. So let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly. You had a situation with your big toe. Is that right?
Yeah, it was a Liz Frank.
And you ended up with 9 screws and
Yeah.
some infused tendons or something. I don't know.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was, and I mean, even the doctors like Dr. Anderson for the uh, North Carolina Panthers, he was like, he didn't have to do all that. Like
Right.
one screw was enough, and he didn't have to lengthen your calves and stuff. Because now, like, it's just a lot of stuff that he did is like all these doctors in the NFL was like, why? And like I was
Wonder
just like, yeah. So I mean, but at the time, I was just like, I was so focused. I thought he had the best interest, and I thought he knew what he was doing because the team, the University of Washington, is the one that got me that doctor. You know, they paid
why.
for the surgery, and I thought it was going to be the best for me. Like they knew what I wanted to do in life, and they said this is going to make you the best football player you could be. I was like, okay, all right, let's do this. Not knowing anything about this stuff, like not knowing, I'm just listening to them, you know. So,
Right.
uh, yeah, he kind of got me. He got me. So
So not to dwell on this, but I find this very interesting. Lengthening, you said lengthening your calves. Like, am I saying this right? Like making them longer, or am I all wrong?
yes, make them
What?
longer. So he said I could run faster. I have more range of motion to run faster.
Wow. So
Yeah,
wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Like you said, I'm pretty sure you do have a lawsuit um with this. My God, I'm sorry you went through this, but I'm a strong believer everything happened for a reason, but honestly, I can't find the reasoning out of that one.
yeah,
I don't know. Did you see any difference once you got back on the field?
yeah. It took about
No.
3 years. It took about three to like last year for me to feel like, oh, okay, I feel like myself a little bit again,
Wow.
but it's
Okay.
not. It's not where I used to be. You know,
Got you.
like as hard as I try, as hard as I train, it's just some stuff that he did. It's just not functioning right. It's not functioning like how it used to. It's not. It's not. It's functioning, but it's not functioning how it used to. You know.
Used to. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
As
So
a parent, and again, anything I ask, feel free to say, I'd rather not talk about it. But as a parent, because I'm a parent of, athletes, I like to say that, even though mine are
yeah.
youngins, but hey, one day they'll be where you're at. But as a parent, is that something we like with you have boys?
Say again. I'm sorry. Say again.
You have boys or girls or both?
I have 2 twin girls and 1 boy.
No. Okay, so with your kids, if they become athletes, is it up to the parents to kind of pay attention, if there's an injury or something of that sort? Because the coaches, like you mentioned earlier, may want them to play with that injury. Would it be up to us to make sure they don't get on that field and play? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, at an
I'm
early age, is that something
yeah.
a parent should be paying attention to?
Oh, most definitely. At an early age, it's like why rush it?
Okay,
Why rush it? Are you getting $1 million from it? Like
right, right.
yeah, trying to teach them, more like okay, if you're gonna do something, do it, but do it at 110%. But you got to be smart about it. Like you can't just
Right.
throw your kid out there and get them hurt, and that's gonna linger until when they get older. It's gonna that's still that injury. I have injuries from I'm 10 years old twisted my ankle, I still feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
God, that makes me sad to know because my kid has injured himself a lot. So now it's
yeah,
like, oh my God.
just hey, be careful. Just let them grow, let them do the thing. But if they hurt, it's like, nah. Like, all right, cool down, chill out. Let's take the right steps and get you back going on the right path. Because I feel like if you keep going and going and going, yeah, they're young, so their joints are not like ours, and they could be all flexible and stuff. But eventually, something could mess them up. So
Right,
I just believe in just if they get hurt, okay, chill out, pump the brakes. All right, let's do something else. Let's get you back going again, get you better. Then let's put you back out there. Okay, like this is but my son, if he starts playing football or basketball or whatever, I'm just like, let's start slow. Let's start slow and let's start like the little basics and then let's go. I want to see
right.
what you like. So that's my advice as an athlete.
So, like, what steps do you take? Like, like when you hopefully you won't get injured, but the small injuries, like you said, the sprained ankle or the things of that sort.
Mm.
What steps do you take to recover from that? Do you soak in Epsom salt? Is that something that really works? Or
I
do you
mean,
get massaged down? Like, what do you do for injuries?
yeah, you get massage down, you get ultrasound, you get stem, uh, you get ice. I feel like the best thing is with injuries is yeah, you have to be patient with them. And
Mm,
I mean, alcohol doesn't work. You drinking alcohol and doing all that extra stuff, it doesn't help. But as an athlete, yeah, you take it slow, stretching with any injury, stretching, rehab, treatment. That's the most important thing. Epsom salt, Epsom salt is like for if you're sore. I feel like that's the
Oh,
only
okay.
thing.
I
Like,
just hear the old folks would say soak in some Epsom salt, so I just thought that was a go-to for everything.
yeah, they got some. It's like, yeah, that's old school thing. But nowadays they got so much new stuff out here. Like I don't even know about. It's high tech stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bunch of. If you get injured, there's a bunch of steps you could take towards it to make you get better faster. Uh, but it's all about patience with injuries.
Patient. That's a good one. That's good to hear. Patience, because like you said, we be rushing, or the kids be rushing to get back on the field, or you rush to get back on the field, and you're not completely healed. And then in the future, it's kind of like, okay, this arthritis is setting in, and I can't go as long as I could have went previously. Thanks for that advice. That's some good advice. I was questioning you down because I have boys, so I appreciate you
Yeah,
answering those questions for me.
anytime.
How so you've been in Japan, was it like a culture shock for you? Is that something you see yourself living in Japan forever, or you'll eventually come back to the States?
Oh man. Well, I came here in 2018, and
Okay.
I remember I got off the plane. Somebody said, "Hi, hi" means yes, right? So somebody
Oh,
said hi to me. I said hello. Like I'm just like it was just everything, like the wording and everything. I'm just like I'm saying everything backwards to them, and they're just like what? And then I have my Japanese friends. They're like my Japanese team is like, no, Joe-san, this means this. I'm like, oh, so what do I say to them? Like it was just like it was hard at first, like, and then just the food was different. I'm used to some. I want some macaroni and cheese, some ribs. Like,
yeah.
I want it all. Like I'm used to big portions, and it's just like out here it's not that. It's small portions. I mean, it's good
Um,
quality. It's good quality food, but small portions, and it's just the vibe and environment and everything is just different out here. So it's kind of it's peaceful. It's peaceful out here, because you get to really. I feel like you coming from America, like I'm from LA, well, Ontario, California.
mhm.
So coming from that where I'm from and coming here is just like wow, like I really get to know me for me, not just as
Mm,
Jojo Mathis, the athlete.
right.
I'm really learning myself now, what I like to do. So coming to Japan like was kind of like like therapy for me. Like I needed
Therapy.
that, you know. I feel like it was like
That's cool.
rehab my mind, like from I feel like I lost everything coming when I first came out. I didn't want to come out here, but I just came out here because I need some money to be able to live, you know. So
Right.
come out here kind of saved me and brought me back to who I am, you know. So
Oh, that's good. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. So I
That
plan on
goes
staying
back.
out.
That goes back to everything happens for a reason because
Yes,
that, like you said, that mentally brought you back to where you should have been.
yes, ma'am. Yeah. So, but I plan on staying out here for about until my daughters are 5, 6 years old. You know, I want them to get a little bit older, and you know, so I
Hmm.
could put them on a game about, okay, this is how America is. You know, like I just don't want to throw them out there. You
Right.
know, like so. Uh, you know, and also I'm going to convert to coaching. You know, so college coaching and stuff. So uh, that's the next step in my life, I feel.
Oh, well, that's good. That's real
Yeah,
good to already know that you're gonna convert. How long you say that'll be? How long more are you planning on playing football?
probably on like 31, 32.
Oh, so you play? Okay, so you got a while left.
Yeah, I'm 25, so yeah. So that's probably 30, 31.
Okay. All right. So that's good stuff. So if you were to talk to, the younger generation and everything, what is something, the first thing come to your mind? It doesn't have to be related to football, anything that comes to your mind. What advice, what motivation, what encouraging words would you give our younger generation?
um, I'll just tell them, like, you got a long life to live. Don't try to rush to be grown.
Mm,
Enjoy your childhood. Enjoy the time that you have right now. Right now, that
right.
is what counts. Not don't think ahead too much. Cause me, I was thinking ahead, like high school. Okay, I got to be a college All-American. College, I'm like, all right, I got to be a first round draft pick. I'm thinking ahead, like I was had high standards for myself, and I wasn't living for what's like at that moment.
With
I
the
was
now.
thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, like I feel like that's how you be successful. You live right now.
Right.
Don't just
Absolutely.
and the future will take care of itself if you live right now. So these kids, a lot of these kids, they got a lot of people in their ear, especially athletes or like high
Hmm.
caliber athletes coming out of high school and stuff. They have a lot of people in the ears. Like with me, I had over 50 college scholarship offers coming out of high school.
Wow. Wow.
So a lot of people in my ear telling me I'm so this, my stuff don't stink. Like, and it's even worse nowadays. So I just feel like them kids need to pump their brakes, enjoy life for what it is right now, and just seize the moment, man. Just go work your butt off, get good grades, be a good son, you know, be a good brother, be a good person.
Hmm.
And God will lead you to the promised lands, to your dreams.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I just wish I knew that. Like it's a crazy thing, man. Like growing up, I'm 25. Like I was just like things that my parents be saying to me, like when they used to say, I'm like, y'all don't know anything.
Right.
Yeah, well, you guys told me. You guys told me. You guys tried to tell me. I'm be, hard head, making soft ass. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So that's my advice to the generation. Nothing crazy. That's just. I feel like that's how you live a successful life, man. Like you know, so
Live for the now.
keep keeping God first. You know.
Keeping God first. Keeping God first. Live for the now. However, just know your actions now can affect your future. So when you say live for the now, that don't mean, I can make a dumb decision, a dumb choice, and because that can hinder you from greater things. So we just want to put that out there. I thank you for sharing that. That was definitely heartfelt. I know our younger kids need to hear that, from someone like you. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. I appreciate you coming on the show. Is there anything else you would like to share with us that we didn't touch on?
Uh, no, I just I live by this quote every day. Coach named Coach Peterson, my old head coach at Washington, told me this. When I was going through some things. But the quote is adversity is the key component of a champion, but the enemy of the weak.
Mhm.
You know, so
Adversity is the key component of the champion, but the enemy of the weak. Is that right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So that's what I live by, and I just want young kids, young athletes, whatever you do, just know adversity is gonna be there in life,
Yeah,
but
definitely. Definitely.
it's about how you handle it, how you get back up.
Absolutely.
You get back up. You don't put your head down. You say, all right, let's go get it. Let's get past this. You
Yeah,
know, I feel like it'd be more rainy days than be sunny days sometimes. So
that's the truth.
that's how you overcome it. So, but that's the last thing I
You
wanted to
learn
say.
from it. That's some good stuff. You learn from it. If we didn't have these experiences and these, as we say, bitter moments or, things, we wouldn't learn from it. We wouldn't know what to do better the next time. So that's so true. Well,
Yes,
I'm gonna ask
ma'am.
you to stay on if you don't mind, just to talk a little bit after the show. But everybody, I thank you guys for tuning in. It means so much. Hello, Melvin. Thank you for tuning in. Jason said something earlier. He said solid advice. So thankful for you all. You've accomplished. So kudos to you, Joe. But thank you all for watching, tuning in. Again, make sure y'all share these videos. Make sure your kids sit down and watch it because we just don't have athletes on, just
Uh-oh.
to talk. We have them on to share knowledge, so people can learn from it because I'm pretty sure there are more parents out there besides me that has kids as athletes. And I learn from all of this. So I take
Yeah,
all of
I
this stuff
dropped it.
in. So as we always say on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema, peace and love.
Oops. It's breaking up.